Welcome to the Two-Wheeled Rider YouTube channel. My name is Mario Orsini, and in today's video, I'm going to explain to you and show you how I fit all of that camera gear on my bike when I'm traveling. So if you haven't seen the rest of the video series about how I go putting my motorcycle travel videos together, I'm going to link that up here so you can check out the entire playlist. But like I said, in today's video, I'm just going to show you how I pack all this gear onto my bike. So if you're carrying the same exact gear on the same exact bike as I am, you can pretty much just do what I'm doing. But if you're not, hopefully you can get a few ideas out of today's video to figure out how to best pack your camera gear on your bike. So two cameras I'm not going to cover because I typically travel with two GoPros. One of them is always mounted on my helmet, so that's where it goes. And the second one is normally mounted here on the handlebar on one of the ram mount tough claws. If it's not mounted up here, it's mounted somewhere else on the bike. So I really don't have to worry about packing those two cameras. It's all the other cameras I have to worry about packing. So let me show you how to do that. So when it comes to packing the camera gear on my bike, I want to make the cameras I use most the most easily accessible. So the one I'm recording on right now goes right here in the tank bag, so I can just grab it out of there when we're on a stop. Also, I carry this Joby Gorilla Pod, and it's kind of easy to bend up and fit down in there. I don't have to worry about that camera or the mic getting damaged or anyway. I've got plenty of room in this tank bag. And again, that's the one I use off the bike most often, so I want to make sure it's right there within arm's reach whenever I need it. Also, the GoPros I'm using all the time, so that's why the one's mounted on the helmet and the other one's usually mounted somewhere where I can easily reach it to kick it on. So one thing I haven't discussed in any of my videos yet is the fact that I bring my laptop and some hard drives and other items along. Those are things I only need to access at the end of the day, and the main reason I bring them along is so I can back up on my footage so I don't have to worry about losing anything. And this is my laptop with a couple of hard drives, the charging cable, and a few things in here. Let me break down what's in here and how I keep these items protected. So I don't actually have a link to this bag. I picked this up at Walmart. It's basically just a big garment bag. You can get this bag and like 2 or 3 other small bags for like $7, $8, but I've found it works perfect for my needs. So it's got a zipper on it, and then inside of here, you can see this is a 13-inch MacBook Pro. I've got my charging cable. I also have 2 hard drives. Now, I do have a hard drive made by Lacey, which is kind of like a heavy-duty hard drive. You can beat up a little bit. These are just your typical Western Digital Passport hard drives. You've got room in here for the hard drive and the USB cable. So these little cases are great. I think one of them is made by Case Logic. I don't know who this one's made by. I'll link these down in the description below, but it just provides a little extra protection for your hard drives. And then I also have this case. It's just an Amazon Basics case from Amazon that is just kind of a neoprene material. Hard drive slides right in there. And then when I'm done, you know, the next morning or that night, you know, downloading footage, everything goes back in here into a nice, neat little package. It makes it easy to load into my trunk or top case, whatever you want to call it. Since I typically don't need access to my laptop at the end of the day, it usually goes in the top case on the very bottom. Fits in there real nicely and still leaves me room for the rest of my gear I still have left to pack. So something else I haven't mentioned yet in any of the videos, I also have the GoPro Case. It's not the cheapest thing in the world. It's about $50, but it's got some pretty neat little features. So let me show you these real quick. All right, so inside the GoPro case, this is where I keep extra batteries, extra attachments, just chargers, anything I think I may need. Not everything's in here right now, but you have all these little Velcro things that are adjustable to fit your different cameras and different attachments and things in. The other thing I like about it is it has this little pouch inside, which then has another pouch inside where I can keep extra memory cards or sticky backs or whatever it is I need, and it doesn't take up that much space. So while I don't need this all the time, it is nice to have accessible. I'll explain to you what I do with my batteries here in just a moment. But anyway, the GoPro case goes in right here, and then it leaves room for one more thing over here. So the camera or piece of equipment I use the least is my drone. Now this is the DJI Mavic Pro. This is the Fly More package, which means it comes with 2 extra batteries, comes with this case, charger, basically everything I need, extra propellers. The nice part about this case is it makes it pretty compact, and basically I just slide it into the top case, and whenever I need it, I can grab it. But like I said, I don't use this every single day. Sometimes I'll use it a couple times a day. Sometimes I won't use it for a few days, which you may have noticed during my Alaska travel series. So anyway, it slides in real nicely right here, and I can still fit some other things in the top case, but that's pretty much it. So while I'll talk about this a little bit more in depth in the next video in this series, I just want to go ahead and bring it up now. I typically carry 2 extra GoPro batteries outside of that case at all times. So I've got one for my helmet camera and I've got one for my auxiliary camera. On the side of this, normally I put the fresh ones over here, and then as I use them throughout the day, the old ones go over here on this side of my tank bag so I don't get them confused. But I normally change them out around lunchtime. Aside from that, that's pretty much how I pack all my camera gear on my bike. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider hitting that subscribe button, because if you like motorcycles, well, this is the place to be. If you have any questions about my camera gear, how I pack it on my bike, let me know those down in the comments section below. And as always, I'll talk to you again soon.